What's poppin', T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my power discussion video with me and Monique. This video has been long awaited, and this is what you guys wanted, and I'm here to give it to you. So after episode 3, the comment section was fucking bananas. Everybody had something to say, whether good or bad, against me, with me, I don't give a fuck. But y'all had a lot of shit to say. So before I even get to the comments and our viewpoints on the show, I do want to give out my predictions for deaths for season 4. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to know what the fuck I'm about to spill, fast forward. Down below will be the time, or I'll put it in the video when you can fast forward, so you won't hear the deaths if you don't want to know. I figured out by going on IMDb who's gonna die this season, and I want to keep a death tally to see if I'm right or not. 9 times out of 10 I'll be right. So first death, Julio will die episode 7. Everything's gonna catch up with him. I think that he remember when Dre said that he stayed longer with the feds? They kept him way longer than they kept him. And then remember when, I think Sax was interviewing him, he was like, I know with the Toros family, you like basically always in, like no matter what. And you saw like that like guilty expression on Julio's face. I think he ended up telling a little bit too much information on Ghost and Tommy to cover his ass just in case some shit went down. The next person, Charlie Murphy, we all know he's gonna die. He's gonna die episode 5. If you saw the trailer, we see Ghost beating the hell out of somebody in the jail with blood and shit splattered all over him. That's gonna be Charlie Murphy's character. Mike Sandoval will die episode 7. Everything will catch up with him. I don't know who he's gonna die by the hand of, but he will die. Jukebox, episode 6, she will die. She's not seen ever again after episode 6. She will die as well. Tony Teresi will die episode 9. I believe he's gonna die by the hands of Tommy. That'll be great, especially if what I'm thinking is correct, that he's going to be Tommy's father. And then, you know, all this shit. What?
And he in jail though? For forever?
If he snitch on Ghost, no, he won't be. Because you know it's going to become a point where Ghost going to stop paying him off.
Oh, okay.
You know that nigga going to get out of jail. So he ain't going to be in jail this whole fucking season. So Tony Teresi going to die. If not by the hands of Tommy, then they going to have somebody in jail kill his ass. And then the big spoiler alert. The biggest death this season will not be Dre. It won't be Lakeisha. And it won't be Tyreek. It will be none other than, drum roll please, sound effect. I got the sound effect. It will be Raina St. Patrick will die episode 9. And I'm figuring she's going to be in the wrong place, wrong time, trying to protect her brother from being the dumbass little motherfucker that he is. And what's worse than having Tyreek die, but having Tyreek live, and live with the fact that not only did he treat his sister like shit when she was only trying to help him, but died because of him and his foolish decisions and foolish behaviors. And I believe she's going to die by the hands of Kanan. Kanan will kill her, either Ray Ray, because Ray Ray is in every episode all the way up into, I think, episode 10. So Ray Ray is the crooked cop that works with Jukebox as well. Episode 10 on IMDb, we see a bunch of cousin characters. There's a Reverend Maverick and a church deacon. So I'm figuring episode 10, that will be the funeral, because Jasmine and Tyreek, Tasha, and even Ghost are all in this episode, including Lakeisha, including Tommy. Only person that's missing out of that family bunch is Raina. So Raina will die this season. Also, I figured out that Tasha's love interest will not be Lorenz Tate. He does not appear into episode 7. Her love interest will be Terry Silver, Ghost's lawyer. And I was like, he's a cornball to me, but it makes sense because they're already building up the conflict between him and Ghost. And what's worse for Ghost if she dates someone that is exactly who he wants to be in life. He's Terry is everything on paper that Ghost was trying so hard to be, a clean-cut businessman that's accepted by the white world. So Terry still will be her love interest. Lorenz Tate will, I believe, just be a crooked councilman from Jamaica, Queens. We're going to keep a tally of all these things and see if they come true. Now let's get into this comment section from last week's episode 3. So in the comment section, a few of you all had some things to say. Some of you agreed with my viewpoints on the Angela character and the favoritism. Some of you did not. And let me say this. When I do my reviews, I don't do reviews on any of these shows for you all to agree with me. This is the whole point of the comment section, to agree, to disagree, or whatever. I give my thoughts, my views on the show, and at the end of each video I ask, what do you think about the show? Not what the fuck you think about what the fuck I had to say, because I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. This is a fucking show and it ain't paying, well, it's paying me because I do reviews and I get paid. It's just a fucking show for us to enjoy and for us to talk about. But some people in the comment section take things a little bit left and go a little bit too far with their thoughts and things on the show. One person I will point out is Drake. Not the real Drake. This nigga think he Drake, but he ain't Drake. So he also like Monique, but after today, nigga, she would never date you. So let's go. You said, I love Power. I think y'all are too invested. You saying you don't want to watch the show. You've mentioned Angela's name only throughout this entire video, which shows it's something personal about Angela. You say they show favoritism, but who else do they show favoritism to? Is it just Angela? Type in why black women hate Angela on Power on YouTube. Not doing that, don't have the time. You guys are letting your feelings, personal feelings, be involved with just enjoying the show for what it's worth. Angie was of color, skin, the level of hate wouldn't be as high, and you know that. Well, let's keep it 100. Angela's character is Puerto Rican, just like the actress in real life. Puerto Rican people are made of the descent of African American, Native American, and European descent, so she is a woman of color. Let's just get that on the table. Everyone on this show got dirt. What consequences have Tasha suffered? Tasha cheated with Sean while being married. Tasha has a new love interest in this show and she will still be married. Angela isn't the same either, but what do you want to see happen to her, like you want her to die off? LOL.
Yes, I do. I really do want her to die off. And as far as it being just a show and enjoying it, whenever you watch something, you read something, the writer is supposed to draw you in, have you invested into these characters, and it is supposed to make some type of real life sense. It makes no sense of how, it almost disgusts me of how, if you've ever seen Courtney Kemp do an interview and she talks about Angela, she lights up inside like she's fucking her. It's ridiculous. It's sickening. Tasha cheated back. That's totally different. After her man left the motherfucking house. There was a few things going on while he was back and forth from there to Angela. But at the end of the day, she cheated back. Angela knew that man was married. She still fucked with him. Angela done so much shit to everybody on the show, and she has suffered no consequences. That's why we're attacking Angela. Angela's character is just, it's unbelievable. Like in real life, nobody gets to do 1,000 motherfucking things, and wrong things, and there's no consequences.
First of all, if you go back to season 1, before Angela even stepped on screen, they set the character Ghost up that he was already treating Tasha like shit. This bitch couldn't wear what the fuck she wanted to wear. He didn't want her ass at the motherfucking club. Take your ass back. He was already having an attitude with her ass before Angela even stepped her ass onto the fucking screen. And everybody like to say Tasha cheated on him. Tasha didn't cheat on him. Yeah, what she did in the backseat of that car where she fingered herself in front of Sean was fucked up. But did they have any kind of physical contact? No, they didn't have physical contact until season what, 2? After she found out he had been cheating on her since season fucking 1. They built up the Angela character where she met this nigga in the club. She saw him doing it. She liked what she saw. Mind you, she had shitted on him in the past and left him with no kind of regard, no goodbye. They already set her up that she was an ain't shit bitch from the beginning. When she was 15 years old, she wasn't shit. Then she found out he was married. Did that stop her from fucking him? No, it didn't. So that from that point on, when she found out that he was married, they drew the line in the sand for that character, showing that she had no regard for nobody but herself. same as the nigga that she was fucking. And narcissistic man that only cares about himself and what he wants and fuck everybody else. And with the Tasha character, ever since season 1, this is my problem with the Tasha character, because, and I say this all the time in my videos, I have issues with the Tasha character because I'm an author, I'm a writer. And with the character, since season 1 and we on season 4, she has lost continuously. There has been no elevation for her character. All she do is sit in that house and make sandwiches, and everybody diss her to her face. She the last to know everything. Husband cheated on her. Her kids ain't shit. Her best friend ain't shit. Tommy halfway talk to her crazy sometimes. Holly can come in her house and steal from her and nothing happens to Holly. She can't do shit to Holly. Angela can fuck her nigga, but she can't hit her because the writers don't want to show a black woman fighting on television.
If you really want to get a little deeper than that, if you think talking about women of color, the blame is to be placed on Courtney Kemp or whoever writing this goddamn show. Because if you think about it, Ghost, Tasha, the blackest motherfucker on this show, Ghost respect every other bitch on this show but her. He respect her when he needs something, because he the only motherfucker that comes through.
Real life.
Yeah, now that's some real life shit for you. But other than that, that white bitch that he was trying to get some business with, trying to get her, that she ate out of her dirty ass drawers. This motherfucker Angela, anybody other than this super dark motherfucker that's always got his back, he nice to them.
And it's more so why we as women, especially women of color, root for Tasha so much, because every time we see a television show with a black woman on television, especially that's our complexion or darker, we always a side bitch, we always ghetto and hood, we always dumb. It's just always a negative stereotype about women of our complexion or darker. Only time you even see women of our color on television is a rarity. Most television shows, if you think about this, are black television shows. The wife or the girlfriend is light as fucking hell with curly motherfucking hair. That, yeah, like a mixed descent from the Carmichaels. That bitch light. Tracy Ellis Ross, that bitch light. Shit, what other damn shows? But damn, 9 times out of 10, she light, bright, and right. So that's where the problem come in, because we see a girl on television that looks like us, that acts like us, but she's constantly treated like shit. And we're waiting for her to have this Oprah aha moment where she starts finally doing for herself and elevating herself, and nothing has happened. They tried to give her a little something last season with her running dope out the shop. We ain't seen shit about that. Like, okay, she can't touch the dope money no more. Why not elevate the character where she went legit? Had a legit business venture or something going on in her life.
I think they play the hell out of Tasha. Like, they try to make her character seem like she's smart and she know how to do this, that, and the third. But at the same time, she ain't got common goddamn sense.
And another thing that this ain't what I was originally here to say, but Ghost is in jail. He got a whole nightclub. Tasha ain't went over there once to check on the nightclub that is her husband's. That don't even fucking make sense. This is my husband's club, but they haven't had her even go over there one time to see what the fuck is going on inside this damn club, and for her to be running this shit. Who the fuck is Dre? Well, she don't know Dre. How do I trust you enough to be running my husband's shit? This is the only legit business that we got, but they haven't even had her go over there and walk around this motherfucker, see what the hell is going on. That's not real life. That's not real life.
Even with her in the beginning, with her like feeling like, okay, this ain't what we gonna do. I still want you to sell drugs. This is just a front. Because even in the beginning, like, people always tell me, well, Tasha didn't support his dream. Ghost wasn't completely honest in the beginning. He said this is a front. He didn't say what if it could be the real thing until after the fact. So he didn't try to sell his dream good enough to me. Like, he's been trying to sell motherfuckers on how good of a woman Angie is.
Yeah. And then even with that whole conversation with the Tasha character, yes, she didn't support his dreams, but at the same token, you can't be dating me from when I was a teenager or whatever, however long the two characters have been together. You brought me into this whole drug life, me and your best friend. We've been riding or dying with your ass, and then all of a sudden, when we don't agree with you, it's fuck us and be down with us, even though you are the one that put us into this lifestyle. You're the one that was comfortable with it, and then all of a sudden when I say no, I'm not ready to give that up, it's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna go ahead and do me and be down with you, the people that got me there and have continued to have my back even when I gave y'all my whole ass to kiss. It's just I just don't like the character and the way we are portrayed on television.
The way that the Ghost transition, I don't even like the way that the Ghost character has transitioned.
No!
Even with him being a cheating motherfucker, niggas with money, they cheat. Now that makes sense. The way that they did that does make sense. But at the end of the day, nobody, I don't know no man that's about their money that's getting ready to fuck up their money over no pussy in the world.
Over no pussy. Ain't no nigga that damn dick with.
I don't see it.
And me and Monique in real life have dated hood drug dealing niggas. That ain't real life. It's just not real life. And with the Angela character, ever since season 1, she has not had any kind of consequence for her actions, except for her, what was it, last season she got suspended for a few days. That's it. We ain't even seen that bitch daddy die off. Remember season 1, her daddy was sick in that damn hospital. What happened to that nigga? That nigga ain't even dead. Like, why that nigga couldn't die? She could feel a little bit of hurt. Like, it just does not make sense that we are on season 4.
She fucked over 2 men. Let's not forget, Greg was a good dude to me.
Greg was a great dude to her. She had Greg as a stalker. This nigga got almost fired from his job because of her. It doesn't even make sense. You dating Greg, you fucking Greg, you leave Greg for Ghost. Then when Ghost break up with you, you go back to Greg, fucking Greg.
He takes you back. Cause you got the world's greatest
pussy on earth. Like, what? And this Ringling Brothers going on down up in that motherfucking pussy. It don't even make sense. And with all that being said, how on this last episode is she able to be on third chair after she has fucked the deceased and the fucking defendant? That don't even make sense.
And withheld information.
Not once but twice in the court of law. Like, it's like stupid shit. It does not make sense to me. I just want to see shit be right. Basically,
I want it to make sense.
Make sense. And it's not that I don't like the show. It's not that I have anything against Courtney Kemp. I just wish that things could be better, because I loved this show season 1 and season 2. Season 3 for me, I gave it like a C, because I figured everything out. Season 1 and 2, I couldn't figure shit out. Me and Monique would be on the phone. I wonder, is this gonna happen? Trying to, because they was mind fucking us, playing games with us. Then season 3, the writing got lazy, and I was able to predict pretty much everything that happened in every fucking episode. And y'all go back and watch the reviews, and everything that I said came true. As a writer, I want to be challenged to not know what the fuck I'm watching, not to know what's gonna happen next. That's what I want to go back to with Power, where I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And like I said, as far as the Tasha character, I just want to see her elevated, and for her to stop looking dumb all the fucking time, and for everybody to stop treating her like shit. I want her wigs to stop looking terrible. I just want Notori Naughton as an actress, because she does a hell of a job playing Tasha, and if they could push her character further, we could get even more out of her instead of the little 5 minutes of screen time that we see out of her each fucking episode. And with the Angela character, we love to hate a good character. She's a great villain. A great villain. Her and Ghost are great villains. But with all great villains, even in comic books, they have their down period where their backs against the wall and they have no one to turn to. Like I said, this season 4, I want to see Angela with her back against the wall. Make this bitch lose everything like they did with the Ghost character. And if you go back to season 1, another problem that I have with this show is that season 1, they built this show up, especially season 1 and season 2. They built this show as a show where anybody could die. Whether you're a main character or a B-list character, anybody could die. And the fact that the Angela character, even though she's a main roster character, is just off limits to die is ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. Because after they killed Sean off, that let us know and that put us on edge that, oh my God, nobody's safe. I want to watch a show where no one is safe. That means Tommy. That, of course, the show can't go on without Ghost. But that means Tommy. That means Tasha. That means the kids. We want to watch a show where a person like Tommy can get killed off and it'll fuck us up. I want to see that. I want to see that as a writer. I want to see that as a fan of the show. Someone else said Mr. Reload shot. What makes this show great is that the producers of the show made it very clear in interviews that they don't write the show based on what the fans want. This is where a lot of shows mess up. They have a vision and they are going to give us what they want, so I don't see the problem. Of course, you're going to have characters you like and want to make a story for. If you can have a favorite character, why can't they? You can't. you can't have a favorite character. I mean, you can like a character, but you can't show favoritism in a character when you're writing it. That's cheating the fans, and that's cheating yourself as a writer. You can't not show favoritism to one character. That's just unrealistic. When I write books, I don't write books to please my audience or to pacify them. I write it as something that I would want to read myself. So I'm not looking for the writers of power to pacify us or to give us what we want. I just want them to give us good television. Things that I do like about the show. I like Ghost's character. I love Ghost as a villain. Love it. Especially since they made him suffer. They made him have a consequence to the actions that he put out since season 1.
In real life, a character like Ghost could be forgiven.
Yeah.
Because he's already felt the wrath of something.
Yeah.
Angela, it's just like, bitch.
Like, when are we going to have that moment where we
fall down a steps or something?
Even Holly had her retribution. Holly fucking died last season. We all was ready for it. Why? Even if you don't kill off the Angela character, because we like her as a villain, but she has to suffer in some type of way. And suffering enough wasn't Ghost breaking up with her. That wasn't enough.
Because honestly, he broke up with her to save her fucking life. So.
And like I said, if they have them two motherfuckers get back together when he get out of jail, that's unrealistic. It's so unrealistic. I don't give a fuck if she is the one to help him get out of jail. Ain't no nigga in real life gonna go back to a bitch that put him in jail.
If they do that shit, they should have went on ahead and let that dude touch on his goddamn chest, because that's some bitch ass shit.
I mean, Biscuit should have got all up in that booty hole if that's the damn case. Like, that makes absolutely not one bit of sense. Not one bit of sense. Oh, and another thing that I don't like, and as a writer, remember how everybody, where is Yasmin? Where is Yasmin? And then Courtney Kemp said, you know, we can't focus a lot on the Yasmin character. We don't have time. Well, as a writer, you always know, if you can't keep up with a character, don't fucking write it. That's why in books, I don't write motherfuckers having kids, because you gotta always say where the motherfuckers at and all this type of shit. And it's nothing. I felt like that was a bunch of excuses, because how is it hard to have that little girl sitting there eating eggs like Raina eggs be doing at the table?
And then she came back like 10.
Season 1, she was a baby. She was like 1. Now she like 9. Like, what?
You know, that don't make sense to me. Like, season 1, Tasha turned 30. Why them motherfucking kids almost graduating high school now?
That's because that's another thing. Let's talk about this. This whole show has been based off of like a 6-month time period. Have you tripped off that? Time is not elevated forward. It's still winter. It's still winter. It's been winter time for 4 years. They ain't seen summertime yet. Can they feel it's summer? But if you really pay attention, it hasn't even been a year span in the timeline of this show. It hasn't been 3 years have gone by with these characters. No, this whole storyline hasn't even been a year. Y'all gotta pay attention to this. So in that instance, them kids then went from being this small season 1 to like 19 years old now. Move the timeline forward. Like, come the fuck on. Like, shit like that, I don't understand. I know 50 Cent said that they're going to do like 7 seasons. So we got 3 more years where they're going to be in this same little time period. Winter time. Winter is coming. Like, they in fucking...
Because now they got to keep this pace, because they've done it already halfway through the duration of the show.
With this Terry Silver guy, I like the concept. I just think the actor is whack. They could have found somebody better to be, I mean, looks-wise, to be Tasha love interest. Like, really?
He a little how you doing to me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just, like, why couldn't Lorraine Say play his character if that's what it was? I don't get it.
And even with Tasha getting a new love interest, they still don't elevate her character to me, because she's going to still be dependent on the man.
I mean, really? I always said, and I said this, me and Monique talked about this, after season 2 when everything went down with the club situation, and that white guy that Ghost was going back and forth with, Stern, and him and his wife broke up, and the wife gave Ghost the club. I thought would have been so dope, because you know they had already built up that little tension between her and Tasha with that can I touch her shit when she went over there for dinner. I thought it would have been so dope. Tasha found out this nigga was cheating on her, giving her his ass to kiss. She couldn't get out of the marriage because of all they drug shit and everything they had combined with each other and everything, and she could have walked away with nothing. I thought that would have been so dope if she would have ran into Mrs. Stern one day and they sat down and had some drinks, because these 2 women that husbands was cheating on them, and at the end of the day, skin color goes out the equation at this point. We dealing with her. Both of our husbands that we gave our years to, our time.
So we women first shit.
Yeah, they could have connected on that level. Sat down and she said, let me bring you into my circle. And she got to hanging with these rich white bitches and invested some money into like a damn app or some tech shit. And had her own little side money, and she in this world that Ghost always wanted to be in. And on the low, she was in that world herself, making moves. I thought that would have been so dope.
Spousal privilege and shit, like Ghost and Tasha smashed. Why didn't they say they could have played Tasha's real life pregnancy, Tori Notton's real life pregnancy into the show and said like, you know, that they married. I mean, that they got a baby on the way or whatever, so that wouldn't even be on the table.
Yes, and I felt like, oh. Let's talk about other things that I did not like. Last season we ended with Tyreek being kidnapped. That was great. To then come episode 1 and then that whole storyline be wrapped up in 15 minutes. That was so stupid. It was a wasted opportunity again. I felt like what would have been great is if by episode 3 that nigga was just not coming home. What's worse than not only I had to break up with the love of my life with the Ghost character, with the Angela shit. But then said love of my life then comes arrest me in my own fucking nightclub, embarrassing the shit out of me. I'm accused of murder. My assets are frozen. I don't have my club. I don't have my family. I'm in fucking jail. And then on top of that, I get a phone call, them telling me my son is fucking missing. That's even more pressure. And then like when Monique said, okay, then Tasha tell me, nigga, I'm pregnant. That's just that would have just been so much pressure. And then why they kill Milan off? What if Milan was still alive? Not only am I in jail, but this nigga Milan got my car.
He was too hard
for them to kill off. They have been building his character up since season 1 of being this notorious killer that eat people and couldn't be touched. And in the last episode, they killed him that easily. Come the fuck on. That would have been so dope if season 4, Milan was still running his shit. He in jail, his son missing, Tasha pregnant, Angela trying to convict him of murder. That would have just made that added pressure on that character even more, and we would have really been like, fuck, this nigga back is really up against the wall. What do I do? And what would have fucked the Angela character up is, because this whole season she's been happy with the fact of knowing that when Ghost left her, he wasn't fucking Tasha. When she went over there and was raiding the house, she was like, oh, so he was sleeping on the couch. Oh, okay. And then when she was interviewing Keisha, also they really weren't dealing with each other. That was that whole point of her confirming that him and Tasha weren't really fucking around. But boom, bitch, we did fuck. I'm pregnant. That would kill her character. Kill her character.
I would have been satisfied.
That would kill her. Why not write Notorious Notty's pregnancy into the show? Monique was right with that. That would have been excellent. How they could have played that on camera. Her face would drop. Cause she think that Ghost got, she got Ghost wrapped around her damn finger, which she fucking do. Like, it's just little stupid shit. But other than that, like, I do like this show. I'm rooting for this show to get back to where they were season 1 and season 2. I'm still invested in it. It's just stupid shit that I just cannot get with. I just want to see a better representation of black women on the show. And the reason why us as black women root for the Tasha character, because we don't see women like us on television that we can relate to. And then they have, please believe the writers sat down and knew that this was going to be a topic of conversation. That this black man left his black wife for a Puerto Rican white woman. Well, she's not white, but for a woman of a lighter complexion. They knew what the fuck they was doing when they did that whole situation. But at the end of the day, whether Angela's character was black, white, Chinese, I would still hate her. It has nothing to do with her being Puerto Rican or being light. That adds to my, distaste of her, because that's all we see in real life. But if she would have been a black ass bitch just like damn Tasha, I still would hate her. Because at the end of the day,
I hate side bitches.
Yeah,
I would
that's
hate
what
her
it is.
regardless. And that's personal, so I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me.
So
I hate side bitches.
That's why we hate her character, because she's a condescending, narcissistic fucking side bitch that thinks the world revolves around her, and that's how they've written her character. But it is fucked up to see a black woman constantly be shitted on fucking television every fucking week. and her getting no kind of retribution. She ain't been able to cuss Angela out, ain't been able to slap this bitch. She ain't did shit back to Ghost. How this nigga that you been with and gave your life to and gave kids to, and she ain't been able to get no get back on this nigga yet? She ain't even cut up his clothes. Nothing. Like, she just continuously sits back and they have her being a doormat for everyone. Even her son cussing her ass out now. Her mama done slapped her ass up on the damn show. Like, Tasha character is a fucking punching bag. And I just don't get it. Like,
they treat her ass like a cockroach.
I mean, really, like, she's just a second-class citizen. Like, she's still on the slave trade. Like, I don't get it. Like, so that's my problems with Power. I just want to see the writing elevate to the point that it was. I want to see certain characters get pushed forward. Other characters have to suffer consequences for the actions that they have. So, you can agree with me if you want. You cannot agree with me. I really don't care. I did this video for you all. Hopefully you understand where we come from. And if you don't, I really don't care. Love you guys so very much. Let's continue to watch these shows. Talk about them, discuss it. But when we talk about them in the comment section, don't come at, especially some of you men, come at black women about y'all mad because she, whatever, black women, this, that. Stop it with that type of rhetoric in my comment section because you will get blocked. Let's just talk about the show, talk about the characters, and keep it at that. Let's see if these death spoilers that I gave you all come true.
Cause ain't nobody fighting over y'all. Don't nobody care.
Nobody cares about you niggas.
Nobody. Cheating motherfuckers.
Nobody cares.
That's really what it be. Niggas think somebody is mad. Somebody mad over them. Ain't nobody mad over you. You can't even use your real motherfucking picture. Look out of here.
I mean, but really, you sit up here going by the name Drake, nigga. You ain't Drake. Drake's somewhere on the island. Be yourself.
And the fact that Drake ain't all that to me, and that's who you use, it makes me be like, what? Okay.
Talking about some holler at him. You think she here to holler at somebody that go by a whole man that hates you? Like, you ain't even yourself. But all motherfuckers always want to talk about black women, but you can't even be yourself online, nigga, to show your face. You got a whole picture of Champagne Poppy. The fuck out of here with that shit. And I'm keeping this part of the video. I love you. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see y'all on the next one. Bye.